Hi guys, my name's Caitlin Jones and I have just decided to make a YouTube channel. I go to college on the West Coast in Oregon. I have an adorable little emotional support animal called Bumper. I love him with all of my heart. Hopefully you guys will get to see him later. He's always here with me. So for my first video, guys, I decided to do a makeup video. It's one of my passions. I love it. I don't exactly do it every day, but it's something that I just love to do. It brings me joy. So I also want to bring it to you guys too. I'm so excited. I love makeup. I love cracking jokes, and I really needed a hobby in my life, and I feel like this is it. My first video is just this plain, simple, but beautiful and elegant makeup look. This is normally like my go-to look. I love this look. It's easy, it's simple, it's not super time consuming, and it's natural. So subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, so next after my moisturizer, I like to do my primer. I'm pretty sure I just got this from like Target CVS. It's called Master Prime by Maybelline. It's the green 300. So I like to, because of my redness as well, I like to do a little bit of green on my red spots. This is the Master Camo Color Correcting Kit. I'm from Maybelline again. I'm pretty sure I got this at like the same spot that I got my primer. CVS. A lot of my makeup is CVS. I love, they're not like the actual beauty blenders, but they come as a pair. CVS again, or Target. This one's Target, these are Target. I tend to use the small one for these color correcting at first, and then for my concealer, just because it's much smaller, I can get in those small creases, whereas the big one I will use for foundation, I'll use for my BB creams or my tinted moisturizer, so that it really covers the whole face. So I'm gonna grab my small beauty blender and I'm just gonna dab a little bit lightly right over it all, because it's like really green right now and you don't want that. Oh, I just got an email that there are free fries tonight. Oh yes, I'm going for the free fries. Oh yes! Alright, concealer. So first I like to use the middle top one. It looks darker than it actually comes out. Just get a little bit of that. It's kind of hot. I just used a little brush that comes with it. One side for the green, other for the concealers. I don't really mind mixing the brush in with the other concealers because they're quite the same shade. So what I do is I put it right under my eye, all the way up to my hairline. I just always found that I have small eyes to take. I used to only use, before I got this, or even when I got this at first, I would only use, so I have it in Fair. And then I also go to cover my pimples and the green spots with it as well. The huge thing that I didn't realize at first, I was just like using these. We're going to use the round side and just bounce it. I mean, people say that I do it hard. I don't know. Like, I do people's hair, I do people's makeup, and they're always like, oh my god, you're like pulling so hard, or you're like doing it so hard. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I just really like to get it into my pores. Well, not even like into, just get that really nice finish. And it just looks more natural, so I just like really beat it in, I guess. Then when I come to the eye, I'll kind of like open it up more, like, oh! And I always do like the mascara like face when I do my concealer. I'm like, this way, I don't know, it's just like pulls the skin down, raise my eyebrows so it pulls the eyes up, and it really gets like that flat surface so I can get under my eye and not like hurt myself. It's just my routine. It's just my routine. Next, I go and I put the light concealer over it. Clean Invisible Concealer. I don't know if you can kind of see that. Just so it doesn't look so tacky. I just love this concealer. I just like the finish it gives, and it's not like white. Guys, bear with me here. This is my first video. I'm just kind of getting in the routine. I forgot. I always forget to do this. My eyelids. I forgot to prime them. Guys, I forgot to prime my eyelids. I'm sorry. Give me a second. And I just use the same primer that I did for my whole face. The Prime Master. It's a primer and a base, which is really cool. Some more of this little bit of concealer over my eye. I take the same little beauty blender and just dab it across. I like to use this just because the primer is very thin. I use, oh, excuse me. My bad. The primer is like really thin, so I put some concealer there as like a second primer. Okay, now what I do is I get my tinted moisturizer. This is one of the expensive ones though. So I use the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. If you guys can see, it's lightweight and it's flawless coverage. So they're always, what I like to do during the day is lightweight, and flawless coverage I can always go for. This stuff I love so much. This is much more of my color. Just really getting it in there. This is how I'd go out like on the day. I'd just go out with this on. But for nighttime, I mix it with this. I mix it with a lighter and a much like a thicker foundation, so that because this will wear off quite. It's the only tinted moisturizer, right guys? It's not like a foundation that's gonna stay. It's not gonna be like full coverage, so I like to have more coverage. I mix it with this because I like the color of this. I like the how this looks. So then I just like to add it with, I got this. This is all CVS, guys, I swear. L'Oreal Infallible. It's the Pro Matte, and I have it in 102 Shell Beige. I honestly think this is a bit too light for me. Even though I look really white in the camera right now. Because I'm so white right now. But, so I'll just use about that much. Just a little blob of dog hair. That is so gross. A blob of each. So you can see this one's kind of, they're two different colors too. In the tinted moisturizer, I have it in porcelain. I think that's what it's called. I hope that's what it's called, because that's what I'm gonna call it. It's right there. But yeah, sorry. I'll find out for that, guys, because I'm about to go get this again. This is like the first time that I actually bought this, and I love it. I absolutely love it. The best thing I've ever had. I just hit my face. Okay, so I'm gonna take my big beauty blender, and I'm just gonna kind of dab it right there so I get both. And then I'm just gonna put that very lightly all over my face. And I also like to bring it on my ears as well, because you don't want to line and then have really white ears. And when I'm blending this in, I'm not putting it right under my eyes, not putting it on my concealer. I'm blending it into my hairline, right into my hairline, and bringing it down. Next, I'm going to do my eyebrows. So what I use, this is my good friend Julia. Shout out, Julia. She got this for me. She told me to get this. It's the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I have it in Espresso. First, brush. Brush them. And brush them upwards and out. That's what I've always done, because mine tend to like lay down and then you don't see the shape properly because I have like bald spots in there. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. So let's make them pretty. I don't know, I love my shape though. Like my eyebrows actually look so good right now. It's because I did them the other day. Good job, Caitlin. Okay, so we're going to start. You do not start here. Do not start at the very, very front and draw a line, okay? Start about where it starts to curve is where that's where I start the line. Underneath, we're just outlining it for now. And then I bring it around and I go outwards. I definitely go outwards. Strokes. And you guys can make it bigger if you want. I tend to go just right where my eyebrow is, because I just like the shape and the thickness of my eyebrow already. So once we have that sketched out, next we want to go right at the front and we want to do little strokes upwards and kind of like outwards. We want to make it look like there's hair there. Oh, there's more hair there. We don't want to no. Little strokes. So I then use this Great Lash Maybelline. I didn't realize how much Maybelline I have. Great Lash Maybelline. This is also from CVS or Target, because I know it's a CVS and Target, so that's what I mean. A lot normally comes off on the brush, so I just kind of like take a little bit off it on this side. And then I brush upwards. Don't go like right through the hair, like just on top, like we're just... So my palettes that I have, that, I mean, I don't have like a whole bunch of palettes, but these are the palettes that like I love, is the Naked Urban Decay. The first one. It's the NYX Butt Naked Eyes. This is the Kylie Burgundy palette. So what I always start out with that I think is a really good base for my eyeshadow is, I don't know what these are called because they don't have any names on them. It's so old, like there's nothing on the back. But I love this first color. So I'm gonna take, I also got with this, I got this palette, the Burgundy palette, at the time where if you bought a palette, you get the free brushes. So I got the free like 4 or 5, however many brushes there are. So I'm gonna use Kylie's brush, the biggest one, and I'm gonna dip that in this color right here. And I'm gonna put that all over my eye. So next, I always put that as my first one. Next I'm going to put, on my Naked Urban Decay palette, I'm gonna put Naked. Love this color. This is also like my go-to color. These are always what I do, is I use these two first. So what we're gonna do, because I have hooded eyes, as you can see, so when I look up, it's like gone, right? So I put it on the outside, just a little bit, very, very lightly. We're just dabbing. These are very light colors. We're just going to put it right on the edge, and we're going to go upwards a little bit, just to where, when you open your eye, you see that crease. I like to go about 2 centimeters above that, and that's I kind of create my own crease. It makes my eye look bigger, just because I have such small eyes and I have that hooded eye. I like to bring the effect to make my eye look bigger. I then take Buck, and we're going to put it in the same spot as Naked, just on the outside there. Then I go to my Kylie palette, and I love my Kylie palette, and I go to Brick. I think that's Brick. This one right here. The darkest shade. Now I'm going to switch out my brushes. The next step down in Kylie's collection of her brush. I'm going to just go with Brick. This is very pigmented, so make sure you just do a little bit. Just a little bit. And then we want to place it on the outside. And we're not going to put it all the way inside. We're just going to do from about here, go upwards a little bit, and about halfway across. Okay, so I always like, because I have my brown eyes, I like to keep it with brown shades, and I also like to keep it pinky, like a pinky brown. I feel like that always complements my like poo brown eyes. So I'm going to go in with my Naked, and I'm going to get Sin. But this though, you don't want to use with this. When you go in with sparkles and colors like that, you want to go in with the Kylie like a flat brush, like this Kylie one. Now we're gonna go in with side cut right here, and we're gonna put that on top of the same brush. Next, I'm gonna take this brush from Kylie. We're gonna go in with the NYX palette and take the white all the way over here to your far right. And we're gonna put that right here. We're just highlighting with it. Ah! Brushes are flying. We're just gonna put some of that first color, the Naked, from the Naked palette, right underneath. Then we're gonna come in with the Buck. Exactly what we did on the eye, we're gonna do it underneath. So come in with the Buck on the Naked. Next, we're going to go with my eyelashes. I actually like to do a little bit of eyeliner, just very, very, very thin. Where from? But it's like a maca eyeliner. Okay, so that's how it looks. Next, we're gonna put our lashes on. So today I just got these off Amazon. They're Kiss, look so natural. First thing you want to do when you get the eyelash off the packaging is size it to your eye. So by doing that, you just want to put it over. I just use little nail scissors right here, and I will just cut off. And once that fits, you want to curl your lashes. So once you've curled your lashes, then you want to take, I have this Clinique mascara. Then you want to take your glue. I use my glue. I use Duo, the green one. I really like it. So it has a little brush in it. I normally just get this off CVS or Amazon or something like that. So with my lashes, I just grab the lash with the tweezer right here, and I will apply. You want it, I put it in the middle. This is how I hold it and apply it. I always think it's easiest. Twist it off with your right hand, and I just apply a little bit. Duo eyelash glue is that it turns blue when it's ready. So I like to, you gotta let it dry a little bit first. As you can see, it's like turning blue. So that's really helpful for beginners. When it turns blue like that, it's ready to put on. So first you want to put it in the middle. Then you want to attach the sides. And you want to make sure the lash comes in on your, you put it close enough in here, but not too close, like where your lashes stop. That's where you want it, because you don't want to have your lashes starting like out here. And that's the final look of that. And there you go. I also like to put a little bit of mascara on. Then we're gonna put a little bit of mascara on the bottom. Ah! Guys, this always happens. This is the worst thing that ever happens. And then you gotta try and fix it. You wanna get it off quick though. Love these nails. You get it off quick. Luckily it didn't leave anything. I was easily allowed to just like pat that over. Whew, that was close. Okay, now we're gonna finish up with the face, since I can tell that I look really, really white and there's nothing else going on. So I'm gonna go in. Ever since I started contouring, this is like what I love. It's cheap, it's easy, it's CVS. It's just contour makeup stick, and it's by Wet n Wild. So we're gonna do just like Kim Kardashian says, like a 3. I like to kind of like outline the sides first. Then we're gonna go in with our Big Beauty blender again, and we're just gonna dab this out. Make sure you're not moving this around though. This, you definitely want to keep it on the line in place. When you're doing the outside, you want to bring it into the hairline. I don't bring it forward, I always bring it backwards. You can also, if you want to, if you want more of a defined chin, we can do this. And if you do that, you can have that defined chin. You want to get that all blended out, just on the line. Just on the line. Pounding, pounding, pounding. Love it. Literally like makes my day. When I do my contour, that's when I feel good, and I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Makes you bring it down the neck as well when you're done. Up and down the nose, side of the nose. Ooh, I feel hair. Pound it. Oh. We are gonna then go in with my powders, so just to make it more together and make it so it's not like brown, brown, white. And I use my Clinique for this. I have a light for under my eyes and my light areas, and then I also have, which has a lash on it, my Dock. So the Dock, I have 10 Amber Stay, and then for my light I have 2 Stay Neutral. So this is always what I use. I love these two. So I got these brushes, I want to say from Sephora. I got these brushes. Love them. It's this brush. Oh no. Huh. Hold on, people. It's e.l.f. I forgot these brushes were cheap. And they're good and they work. And they stay. So this is an e.l.f. It's the ultimate blending brush. This brush is for this. Okay? The light color. We're going to take a little bit, dab it off. We're just going to go under. Then I take the Stay Amber shade. And I love this brush. This is also my e.l.f. brush. It's this small, really big one. And I use this for this. So I just put it in here. and I just go up and down. Next we have blush. I use CoverGirl Chicas. So I'm going to take my another e.l.f. brush, it's the blush brush, and I just put a little bit, don't want too much, and I'm just going to put it right under where you're going to highlight, but right above the contour, very, very lightly. Oh, there's like hairs flying everywhere. And then we gotta do highlight. It's Wet n Wild. It comes with this. It's the highlight though. It's like, see all the blacks off of it? It's like, nope. Mama, you use this too much. So it's a roll. It's not a roll, it's a spin. It's just like, it's beautiful. I just put it on the tip. This normally doesn't do the whole trick of my highlight though. I always like to do some powder over it. So I actually just go in with my Naked palette and I use the same that I used for my inner eye. I use Sin. Ooh. Ah! Just over here. And I go in, I have a highlight brush. This is from Wish. This shit is from Wish a year ago and it still works. So I go in with Sin and I use that as my on top of my highlight because that's close enough to the color of the actual highlight stick. Oh my gosh, I forgot the most important part. I always forget to do this before I do my lips, but I forgot to highlight my lips. Right on the Cupid's bow. Very important. I love my lips. Okay, so for the lips, I always stay with, I got this Sephora lip and I love it. I just couldn't find a lip that was for me, but this Sephora lip has Sephora on the bottom. You can see the color of it. I don't actually think I have the name of what color it is. And that's the final look. Thanks for watching, guys. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I hope you come back soon.